have been monitoring the news, I'm sure you must have come across the report where the federal government and other stakeholders who attended yesterday's Economic and Investment Summit in Delta State rallied round the state governments to do more, because in their own estimation, the federal government seems to have provided the stability and economic environment for the states to thrive. Precisely, the finance minister Oyedele actually said the government has provided a macroeconomic stability, making sure that things like the foreign exchange is stable, so it's not left for states to take advantage of the situation. Well, I think for a long time, since the removal of subsidy, that is fuel subsidy, there has been this claim that the rest is not left for states because they are getting more financially. Yes, they are getting more, but of course, the value of what they are getting in view of the current exchange, current foreign exchange, is another matter altogether, and it's a conversation for another day. But when it comes to the claim of macroeconomic stability, which the finance minister made reference to, it remains debatable if the federal government has optimally achieved the stability that we are looking forward to. Because when you think that it's not left for states to invest or call in investors because there is stability at the macroeconomic level, the question will be, what kind of stability and for how long? If, for example, the current foreign exchange is hovering around 1.514, the question will be, is that the best that the federal government can do? Before the federal government came in, the foreign exchange was around 400 and something to a dollar, 400 and something naira to $1. And now we are hovering around 1415. Is that what the federal government calls stability? How about ensuring that the federal government does its own bit to ensure that the huge gap between what we had prior to 2023 and 2026 is closed off? And so that takes us back to our major source of revenue, which is oil. If production level is not optimal, it's still, hovering 1415, sometimes I hear 1617, it's not even clear. But the truth is we are not getting that angle right. The production level is not yet optimal. And if we don't earn as much revenue as we can from that source, or even other exports, there is no how the foreign exchange can be closed up, and there is no how we can be making claim to macroeconomic stability. Because if at all the governors are operating based on the current stability, the truth is they're going to still be working with something that is not favorable. Because take, for example, you want to import certain materials to construct roads or to build schools. The exchange rate will still consume much, because the naira with which you used to buy the dollar in order to import is still on the high side compared to the time before Tinubu came in. So the claim of most of the things that are left to state is still debatable, and my hope is that the federal government can do the much it can do to close the foreign exchange gap. Beyond oil, they should export something more. There are quite a number of agricultural products you can export. Nigerians should be encouraged to export, businesses should be encouraged to export, so that we can earn more and close that gap before we begin to make claims that the states have been provided with the macroeconomic stability in order to thrive. I don't know what you think, but that's my thought on this.